And they actually did it. Wow. That's actually freaking cool, man. Now moving on to the character most of you guys probably clicked this video for. Season 2 is officially here. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta has finally been released into the game, and I think this is hands down the largest patch note update I think I've ever seen for Squad. I mean, look at the mass, bro. I got a bottle of water right here. We're gonna be here for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. No intro today because, like I said, this is probably gonna be a long one. It looks like they might have done something to just about every character in the game. Season 2 is about to shake up everything. I hope at least. So we're going to start off by reading the season 2 patch notes, and they're going to begin by saying at the start of season 2 we will implement balance adjustments and bug fixes. Now, unless I was misunderstanding, I thought when we read the developer letter a couple of days ago, they said that they weren't going to be focusing on releasing a bunch of adjustments and everything like that preceding the first Squadra Blast tournament that's going to go live in what, about two and a half weeks from now. I think the first server opens up on December 2nd if I'm not mistaken. So I wasn't expecting them to come out with all of these character adjustments at the start of season 2. Now, I did say that I hope that they did, if they were going to do adjustments, that it was going to be at the start of season 2 and not maybe like when the second character comes out, when Ultimate Gohan comes out, because that would be like smack dab in the middle of Squadra Blast. So I mean, they did just that. All of these buffs, all of these nerfs, this huge update is at the very beginning of season 2, and this is probably gonna last us the entire season. So maybe this is why they did it like that. So the first character up on buffs is going to be full power Bojack. Skill number 1, Galactic Buster. Damage increased from 423, 470, and 564 from levels 1 through 3 respectively to 540, 600, and 720. This is a pretty decent sized buff, especially from levels 2 to 3. Now, I'm gonna say something that I know a lot of other people were experiencing yesterday. I played a little bit of Squadra before I did my first video yesterday, about probably around like 24 hours from the time you guys are seeing this video. I think you guys are right. Like, they accidentally put these buffs live, or at least some of these buffs live before they were intended to, before the update last night, because I played against one Bojack yesterday. This man dominated the entire lobby, bro. I've only seen somebody get 20 kills in this game like a handful of times, and I am shocked that one of those times was yesterday against a freaking Bojack, man. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So skill number 2 is going to say Cosmic Blossom. Time until energy blast explodes increased from 3 to 4.5 seconds. Time between end of attack and ability to perform actions decreased from 1.4 to 1.08 seconds. That's actually pretty big. I wish they did something with his ultimate attack. That's really the only thing that I really wanted them to change with Bojack. But I mean, they're buffing his entire kit outside of his passive and his super attack. So I mean, this is good. Skill 3, Psycho Thread getting a buff. This thing is already strong as is. So movement speed down effect increased from 15 to 40%. Oh my goodness. Time between end of attack and ability to perform actions decreased from 0.7 to 0.53 seconds. So his recovery after doing a skill from skills 2 and 3 has been reduced. Bojack is a monster now. Maybe, I don't know if he's gonna be a top tier S tier character now, but from what I saw yesterday when I played against that singular Bojack, maybe that guy was just cooking. But this character is bonkers now. So next is going to be Android 17 getting a little buff here, and he's getting buffs throughout his entire kit as well besides skill 2 and his passive. So skill number 1, Barrier Ball, cooldown decreased from 11 to 8 seconds. Oh my goodness, Superstar 17 is about to be even more annoying. Skill 3, Android Barrier, cooldown decreased from 17 to 15 seconds, and duration of HP effect increased from 1.5 to 2.5 seconds. So the duration of that extra HP that you get from his skill 3, I think it's on him and the allies that are within your barrier, that's been increased by a whole other second. That's gonna make a huge difference, especially if he's using it to save you at the last second. Android 17 and his lane partner are gonna be able to close out fights a lot quicker now, or a lot easier, I guess I should say. Super attack, counter barrier, the duration of extra HP effect is increased from 2.2 seconds to 2.5 seconds. Again, I think skill 3 and obviously barrier ball getting a cooldown decrease as well. This is gonna make a big difference in 17's gameplay loop from now on. I'm excited to use this character. So the technical character list is already, you know, there's a bunch of characters in there that I like using. I like using Hit. Gotenks is one of my favorite characters in the game. As you guys know, recently I just adore Kid Gohan now. Krillin I've been using a lot less. I used him a lot in the betas and when the game first came out, but when I discovered how good Kid Gohan was, and then we got and obviously Hit, and then we got Super Saiyan Gotenks, it's just a lot in the technical character category. It's pretty much like the DPS category. There's so many characters that you want to play, it's hard to pick sometimes. All right, so next up on the buff list is Oob. I'm actually kind of surprised to see this. So skill number 3, Shooting Chaser, cooldown decrease from 9 to 8 seconds. This is his movement skill if I'm not mistaken, right? Like I don't use Oob that much, but I'm pretty sure this is the move where he does the flip and then he releases the cyclone at you. If they're giving this a cooldown decrease, I'm surprised, and maybe, you know, we haven't gotten to the nerfs yet. If they're making this, if they're giving this a buff, I'm surprised that they didn't tweak the damage on his ult a little bit as well, because that thing is super strong and I don't really see a lot of people talking about it. So I like Oob getting buffs. I feel like he was already in a good spot, but I guess they decided to, you know, make him a little bit better for the people that still use this character. All right, so next is Deborah, and oh my god, this one is actually kind of scary to me. I definitely don't think, out of everybody on this buff list, Bojack definitely needed it. 17, sure. I felt like Oob was already pretty good. Deborah getting a decent amount of buffs, this is scary. There's already a certain sect of the game that has a tough time dealing with him. This is gonna make it even harder for some of those characters. So passive, Demon's Domain, petrification gauge build-up speed for enemies within AoE increased 1 to 2 seconds to 1 to 3 seconds. Skill 2, Darkness Spear, duration of no vanishing step applied to enemy heroes adjusted from 3, 4, and 5 seconds to 4 across the board now. That's more of a adjustment. I mean, he's still gonna get the 1 spear, and then on level 3 he get 3 spears, and they kind of, you know, shoot out at a arch. But all 3 levels, the no vanishing step applied being 4 seconds. So skill number 3, oh, movement speed boost effect on self increased from 3, 4, and 5 seconds to 4 across the board as well. So they just pretty much evened out the duration of these effects on Darkness Spear to even across the board. But you still get the 1 spear all the way to 3 spears on level 3. So they left that, surprisingly, but they even out the time duration of all these effects. So skill number 3, Evil Flame. This thing is devastating at high levels. When I say high levels, I mean like in late game and things like that. So movement speed down effect increased from 25 to 35%. Super Start Deborah is freaking back, man. So next up, we're gonna be looking at Divine combo cards, and because there is no different header here, I'm assuming that these are all going to be buffs. So this is actually kind of scary as well. Some of these definitely needed buffs because we never see them. Like I never see a Guardian Angel build. A Defense Step I see seldomly, but I do see a lot of build up and I see a lot of Steel Skin as well. So I'm surprised that these are getting buffs, but maybe, you know, the dev team knows more than I do. They know the numbers better than me, so maybe it needed it. So first on the list is build up. All defense up effect increased from 20 to 30. Okay, Steel Skin, damage reduction increased from 8 to 10. Guardian Angel, damage reduction increased from 15 to 20%. And Defense Step, damage reduction against super attacks increases from 50 to 75% max. And damage reduction against attacks other than super attacks increased from 25 to 30% max. Okay, so Defense Step is probably gonna get, probably has a lot more value now. I'll probably see a lot more builds with this. I might actually try this out myself. I was never really a fan of Guardian Angel. I know that some tanks can definitely make use of this, especially late game with tanks like Caulifla and things like that. I was just never really a fan of the effect, but I know there's probably some really cool stuff that you can do with Guardian Angel. So maybe we'll try it out in the future. So next is gonna be the Helpers. Okay, Helpers actually getting buffs too. All right. So attack buff, all attack up effect increased from 125 to 350. That's over 2 times up. Okay, wow, all right. So the push effect, this is gonna be Batamo, I'm assuming. That I don't know why they just didn't put the name of the helper here. So push, force movement distance increased from 3 to 5 meters. All right, Batamo was already relatively annoying, but sure. Defense buff, all defense up increased from 200 to 300, and all defense up AoE increased from 5 to 7.5 meters. Ride, this is going to be Icarus, cooldown decreased from 60 to 45 seconds, and Quick Zone, movement speed up increased from 35 to 50%. But now, the moment you were all waiting for, let's get to these nerfs. They nerfed Super Saiyan Goku again. Now, before I like tweak out or anything, in the developer letter video that we did a couple of days ago, I even said then that Super Saiyan Goku could probably stand to get another nerf, because even with the first couple of nerfs that they gave him to Meteor Hammer, Kaioken, etc., I think he was still easily an S tier character, still at the top of S tier, mind you. So I'm not surprised that they gave him another nerf, and the nerf was to Meteor Hammer again. Now, when they said that this move was stronger than intended, they definitely meant that. If they're nerfing it twice in a row back to back, they need to fundamentally look at this move. So Meteor Hammer damage decreased again from 900, 1000, and 1200 to 810, 900, and 1080. Never want to see a character get nerfed a bunch of times back to back. Especially I don't want him to end up being like unusable in the future. So hopefully this reins him in to a degree that they feel comfortable with him, and this will be the end of everybody complaining about Super Saiyan Goku. Now moving on to the character most of you guys probably clicked this video for. Super Saiyan 3 Goku has officially been nerfed. I know, I can't believe it either. This comes as absolute shock to me and probably a lot of you guys as well. Originally, I was under the impression and of the belief that they probably wouldn't touch a lot of these characters that you have to spend money on, but then I came under the belief that they'll probably wait until the an entirely new season to nerf some of these characters, especially ones like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who are obviously just a little too strong in my opinion. So let's see what they did to this character. Skill 1, Super Kamehameha. First hit damage decreased from 720, 800, and 960 to 450, 500, and 600. Damage of follow-up attacks increased from 90, 100, and 120 to 130 across the board. Instant transmission Kamehameha. Yes, I think this is definitely one of the things that needed to be looked at. Instant transmission Kamehameha, and I'm surprised that I don't see Dragon Fist getting a cooldown increase on here as well, but that whatever, maybe that'll come in the future. I think those are the two things in my opinion. And the damage decrease for Super Kamehameha was definitely needed, but instant transmission Kamehameha and a Dragon Fist cooldown increase, if they weren't going to tweak the damage numbers a little bit, that's really what I was hoping to see for a nerf for Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So first hit damage decreased from 720, 800, 960, just like in the initial Super Kamehameha damage decrease, to 540, 600, and 720. Okay, so you do still have a little bit more damage on the fully charged instant transmission Kamehameha than you do for just a regularly charged Super Kamehameha. And damage when used as follow-up increased from 90, 100, and 120 to 130 across the board as well, just like up here in the original Super Kamehameha nerfs. So instant transmission skill 3, instant transmission destination move further from target, sorry guys, 0 to 1.5 meters. That's actually pretty huge, mind you. Maybe I would say that Kaioken Spirit Bomb and Topo Super Attack, what is it, Sphere of Destruction, with when you have full stacks on somebody of Mark of Destruction, that and Kaioken Spirit Bomb are probably stronger than Dragon Fist. I don't know, somebody would have to run the numbers on that for me, but Dragon Fist is just, man, everybody that's watching this video has been hit with Dragon Fist before. You guys know what I'm saying. That thing is freaking, it clears out a lane. So next up on the chopping block is Cooler. Let's go. Long overdue right here. So status adjustments. Base HP decreased from 8,316 to 14,387 to 7,128 and 12,331. So base HP for Cooler coming way down. We'll see how much of an effect that this has on his gameplay. Armor decreased as well. Yes, this is what they needed to decrease right here. Take some of that damn shield off of this character. From 5,544 to 9,591 to down to 4,752 and 8,221. His passive is getting looked at as well. Thank you. Imperial Retaliation. Let's see. Immune to all effect duration from skills increase. Destruction Ray from 0.4 to 0.6. Death Stopper from 0.55 to 0.75 seconds. And Death Chaser from 0.4 to 0.6. Skill 1 Destruction Ray cooldown increase from 4 to 6 seconds. Skill 2 Death Stopper cooldown increase from 12 to 14 seconds. And effect duration increase from 0.8 to 1.5 seconds. Next up on the chopping block, another one that I was waiting on, Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla. Let's go. Put a leash on these characters. We're tired of this. Shake up the meta a little bit. Skill number 1 Storm Kick. Cooldown increase from 6 to 7 seconds. Skill number 2 Blaze Dive. Projectile speed decrease from 36, 48, and 72 to 26, 32, and 48. Skill number 3 Energy Release. Cooldown increase from 9 to 11 seconds. Yes, put a damn leash on that barrier. Increase effect duration of skill from 0.8 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Wow, okay, so I'm assuming that this the animation, or is this the movement speed up that she gets from this? I'm not sure yet. They said increase effect duration of skill. I'm assuming that they mean the movement speed. I'm pretty sure it's movement speed up that she gets from this, right? So the movement speed up effect duration will be from 0.8 to 1.5 seconds. All right, whatever. As long as they kind of reined in, they gave her a lot of cooldown increases. The projectile speed decreased from her blaze kick move, where she throws the bomb and then it kind of like leaps towards you. So as long as they reined her in a little bit and cooler as well, we're in a good spot. Make Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta the best tank in the game for right now. It doesn't look like they did anything to Cell so far, so I'm pretty sure Cell is probably gonna be a top tier tank, if not the best tank in the game right now, right? So over the next couple of days, we'll see how all of these nerfs feel, and maybe we're gonna have to do, this is probably gonna shake up a lot of people's tier list, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do mine in like a week, just so I can have time to see how all of this stuff affects the game. So next up on the chopping block is First Form Frieza. How are they gonna buff him? And I think it was the very last patch, or maybe the patch before that, and now they're nerfing this guy. So what are they doing? They're changing Zarbon. All right, so skill number 1, show them Zarbon, shorten cooldown window via canceling skill, re-input increase from 4 to 6 seconds. That actually freaking sucks. This is going to, damn, why did they do this? So this actually makes farming with Frieza a lot suckier, I'm not gonna lie. All right, well, hopefully they revert this eventually. I don't think that Frieza needed this, because farming with this character is extremely important, even more important than some of the other characters in the game, because he has like the least amount of health in the game. So I really hope that they revert this at some point. I don't think Frieza needed this nerf. I'm kind of scared how he's gonna be now. So next up is gonna be Super Saiyan Goat tanks. Wow, they nerfed 2 pay-to-play characters in this patch. Wow, I am shocked. So what did they do? Skill number 1, Hyper Ultra Super Combo, cooldown increase from 12 to 14 seconds. Sure. This move right here is actually kind of deadly at chasing people down that are trying to get away, because he just keeps teleporting to you until the animation is done. Like, you have to get way far away from him to get the animation to cancel. So increasing the cooldown on this, sure, I guess, is gonna decrease the effectiveness of this being able to like finish kills a little bit. Next is gonna be Daima Goku. Yes, please nerf this Wasabi Bomb. This thing is dastardly. Damage decrease from 750, 950, and 1150 to 700, 850, and 1000. A needed nerf for Wasabi Bomb, because this thing is actually pretty scary. This is the sole reason that I hate playing against the Daima Goku, because the damage on this thing, along with the damage over time, it just kind of sucks, man. And then he has the massive range with Power Pole. I hate playing against Daima Goku, man. You have to play against them so carefully. So secondary explosion damage decrease from 1100, 1300, and 1600 to 850, 1000, and 1250. And last, it's gonna be a nerf to another helper, Crash. I think this is the I forget that guy's name, the helper that you got out of the battle pass. I forget his name, man. You guys help me out down below. So cooldown increased from 20 to 60 seconds. Oh my god. All right. I didn't really use this helper. I didn't know his cooldown was that low. Yeah, bump his cooldown up to match like all the other helpers. All the other helpers have what, at least like a 45-second cooldown? Why was this guy on a 20-second cooldown? Yeah, yo, fix that, man. Holy hell, bro. I thought that was a massive nerf at first, but now like 20 seconds, are they crazy? All right, so next we're gonna see some adjustments for a lot of other characters. Well, actually 2 more characters, I guess. Android 18, skill number 1, Destructo Disc, skill stock adjusted from 1, 2, and 3 to 2 across the board. Yeah, oh my god, thank you. I actually forgot about this. Yeah, I don't think Android 18 needed 3 Destructo Discs at max level. Yes, please, for the love of God, thank you. They've been paying attention to what everybody's been saying. This was one of the reasons why I had Android 18. Obviously, her combo is absolutely devastating, but her having 3 Destructo Discs at level 3, this is one of the reasons I had her so high up on my tier list in the first one that I did, because that thing is just, it's almost impossible to get away from this character if you get in a bad situation with her. So next is going to be Super Saiyan Vegeta status. Base HP adjusted from 4725 and 15,301 to 5,700 and okay, so they kind of just balanced out his base HP. They raised it on the lower side, but they decreased it at max. And his armor has been adjusted as well. And and they did pretty much the same thing. Okay, so actually like this for Vegeta. When his health and his shield kind of gets away from you, especially since he has what, like 3 different ways to get shield in this game, this can kind of get out of hand in late game. So I'm glad that they adjusted this a little bit instead of just outright nerfing him like they did with Cooler and Caulifla. And by the way, their armor was absolutely out of control, so I'm glad that they got those nerfs alongside all the other nerfs that they got. I wish that they did something like this with Cell as well. I feel like Cell could stand to use this change too. So next, there's been a change or adjustment to the Gekishin Burst system as well. Gekishin Burst system, including Max Gekishin Burst, adjusted to correctly increase damage based on hero level and duration of battle. Wow, okay. That's actually pretty interesting. I don't know if this is good or bad yet, because early game is going to take you a little bit longer to destroy bases from how I'm understanding this, but late game you're going to be like double tapping them if you're with your lane buddy or something like that. Like if y'all defeat the lane and y'all crash down on a base, it's probably going to take like 1 or 2 from y'all. And I'm saying all of this from the perspective of being like level 8, 9 plus, right? So if I'm understanding this correctly, late game is going to move a little bit faster. Early game is maybe slowed down slightly, but we'll see how all of this feels in practice. Next is rank. At the start of the season, the amount of rank points lost will be greatly increased this season. Oh no. Additionally, the amount of rank points gained or lost in standard battles will be adjusted so that players' actual skill is reflected more accurately. They are matched with others of similar skill. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of sucks, especially if you're struggling to get from, like me right now, I'm struggling to get from A to S rank. So this is actually gonna suck, but I feel like I'm losing a lot less games in A than I was in the lower ranks because everybody, you know, knows how to play the game up there. And one other thing that I haven't seen them mention yet, are there rank resets for your rank in this game? Like if you're A rank, are you gonna get put back to like the bottom of B? Or if you're in B, are you gonna get put back to the bottom of C like other games do? I think that would help with like the grind of the game and give people something that they feel like they're striving for, because everybody wants to get to S rank, right? And maybe eventually they'll add a Z rank. I'm surprised that isn't already a thing, or maybe it is and nobody's just hit it yet. I don't know. So next is going to be penalties. Adjusted the accumulation and reduction values for AFK penalties. All right, I'm gonna have to see some of this put into action. And like I said in the developer letter video, let our reports mean something. If the entire team reports one person, they need to get sat down for a little while. I'm saying like 15 minutes, right? If I report somebody, maybe I just don't get matched up with them for like 30 minutes or so, or a couple of games. Just, you know, make the reports actually significant, right? Because right now it just feels like I report somebody, I get matched up with them again, I report them again for doing something stupid, and most of the time I'm just reporting people for AFK, right? Or just, you know, not farming or something like that. Those are usually the only 2 times where I report somebody. But make it mean something. Cooler. Skill 3 Death Chaser. Fix an issue where enemies would receive unintended damage when knocked into a wall by this skill when retaliation is active. I think that's actually a pretty cool effect, but sure, if it's not intended, go ahead and take it out. I think that's pretty cool though. Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla. Skill 3 Energy Release. Fix an issue when being moved by effects such as force movement while the skill is active. The skill's AoE would not follow the user's hero correctly. Okay, I don't know if I've ever experienced that, but sure. More bugs being taken out of the game. For Frieza, show them Zarbon and Dodoria. I'm guessing something with calling them back. Fix an issue where while directing Zarbon or Dodoria, if an additional input was performed while the cooldown of skill 1 or 2 was set to 0 as a result of Sparkly Stardust, Zarbon or Dodoria would move to an unintended direction. I've never seen that one before either. All heroes getting this adjustment. Fix an issue where any skill resulting in a warp or including special skills could warp the user to an unintended location upon activation. Boost attack. Fix an issue where when using a boost attack while under the effects of the finisher chance received as a result of a triple boss KO, players were able to KO heroes who had enough HP to survive a KO. I can see how that would be very annoying, so definitely be sure to take that out. All right, next is boost attack again. Fix an issue where when using a boost attack while under the effects, okay, that's just saying the same thing. Badges. Fixed an issue where previously earned season badges would remain. Additional notes: from now on, only the current season's badges will remain. Yeah, I noticed that very early on too, so I'm glad that they actually adjusted this, because that was getting kind of confusing and there was no like indicator of what it was, right? Next is going to be the missions. Fix an issue where the beginner section in the mission screen would remain even after the beginner's missions were completed. Yes, it's just a lot of clutter in your mission section. Next is going to be quick battles, fixing the issue where quick battle results were being reflected in the hero rankings, allowing players to receive battle score rewards. Yes, yo, all the people farming for trying to farm for their stuff in quick battle outside of standard battle, damn, they caught up to you. From now on, only standard battle results will be reflected in the hero rankings and be able to earn battle score rewards. Damn, they nerfed you guys trying to cheat the system, man. No more of that. So next is going to be improvements to all heroes, adjustments and fixes to text, hero names, skill names, and customization names. Next is divine combo cards, added preset function. Oh, that is a god tier update. We can have preset loadouts for divine combo cards now. That is, wow. I think I mentioned this like a month ago when I did the divine combo card breakdown video, or however long ago that was. I mentioned like it would be cool to have a preset function for this, and they actually did it. Wow, that's actually freaking cool, man. Shout out to the Squadra team. Configurable via the following screen: player info, battle rules, divine combo card list, before a battle, just after selecting a hero. That is a massive update. I know we got a lot of buffs and nerfs in this update, but the preset for divine combo cards, that's actually really big. Next is battle tutorial completion reward. In addition to Super Saiyan Goku, 2 more heroes are now obtainable. I think it was Super Saiyan Vegeta and Piccolo, right? Yeah. Additional notes: for players who have already completed the battle tutorial, the additional heroes will be distributed within approximately 1 week. If you have already owned the additional heroes, they will be converted into hero memories. Yes, give me those hero memories for Vegeta and Piccolo. I love to see it. Please note that the distribution may take some time. I think they set up here about 1 week. So in 1 week, I'm expecting my, what is it probably going to be like? I wonder if it's going to be 5,000 like it is if you already have them, but you pick them out of the Starr collection. I wonder if it's going to be 5,000. That'd be pretty sick. Next is going to be penalties. Added a notice during AFK penalties informing players after matchmaking begins that matchmaking will be slower. Oh, they put them in a slower queue for going AFK. That'll learn them, man. Hey, just, you know, make sure if I report them, don't put them back in my queue, please. Next is going to be hero memories. The first slot, okay, we already knew what this was, so there's really no point in me reading this. We saw this in the developer letter. And last but not least, bonus mission points. Remove the daily limit on the number of bonus. Okay, we know about that one as well. Guys, that was a lot. That was a freaking lot. I'm not even gonna go skim back through here and like point out the most significant things to me, because it was a lot. Right now, I think the coolest thing to me, outside of Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta coming to the game and getting all of those nerfs that we knew needed to come eventually, Super Saiyan 3 Goku was still kind of a shock, and they even nerfed Gotenks as well. That was actually kind of surprising. But we figured that if they were gonna nerf pay-to-play characters, that it would probably be the next season after they come out, so people don't feel like they got scammed or anything like that, right? But the preset function for divine combo cards, this is actually huge for me. This is like a quality of life thing, but this is so cool to me. This right here is so cool to me because we asked for this such a long time ago. Like I said, I think when we did the divine combo card breakdown video, and they actually implemented it. So this is freaking sick to me. Shout out to the Squadra team. Guys, down below in the comments, let me know what you think the most significant changes are. I can't wait to use Bojack now, man. Even though they didn't really change what I wanted them to change with him, I'm excited to use Bojack. Always been a fan of using 17. I'm excited to kind of see the changes with Oob and Deborah. Down below in the comments, let me know what you think the biggest changes in the season 2 patch notes are. There's a lot to digest here, so if you need to go back and watch the video at like 0.75 speed, feel free to do so, because I was trying to blaze through this. It was so much to get through. But anyways, fellas, have a great day. Of course, I'm gonna try to get the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta debut video out later today as well, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, my boys.